TMR joystick plus somatosensory control. It is common to have handles with these two configurations. But what if I say it's an officially licensed controller from Microsoft? Isn't it a bit interesting? Everyone still remembers one of the most competitive miscellaneous items of small technicians, G7 Meng. That year, overseas Amazon dominated the list and sold more than 1 million. After 2.5 years, the upgraded model has finally been unveiled, and it is also full of buffs. This one in my hand is the world's first G7 Pro. Microsoft's authorized TM2 joystick controller is the first of its kind. It also allowed Diego to install a charging base with a handle in the package and a 2.4G receiver as standard. 2 replaceable arrow keys, a braided data cable longer than my life, as well as the manual, brand sticker, etc. The handle is white and gray color scheme, and white slightly matte. The plastic face shell and 2 gray all-coated rubber grips are magnetically removable. There is a very conspicuous watermelon button on the top, lit up. In an instant, there was the momentum of Microsoft's attack. Another eye-catching thing is the arrow keys. I don't know if you've ever seen this kind of key. Anyway, it's my first time. Silver metal concave disc plus 4 raised dots. What is this called? The concave 4-point or disc point-shaped arrow keys should be quite suitable for rubbing. There is an extra small hat on the top disc to fix the data cable, which can also be glued down. Give 2 small shoulder keys. The bottom has a pairing button and a mute button. 3.5mm audio interface. There are also a lot of good things on the back. Double cut trigger switch, 2 back key and back key mode switches, and a row of charging contacts. The silver gray charging base has a receiver storage compartment and RGB indicators. In general, the G7 Puteo is more refined in design than the previous generation. The material is also very textured. The provenance reveals the temperament of an elite handle. Of course, I hope that geeks will hurry up with various subsequent face shell accessories. I can't wait to get a DIY one. Let's try the feel of the handle to continue the physical exercise effect of the geeks. The shape is full and round. Compared with the tough lines of the Spox Elite Controller 2, I feel that the streamlined shape of the Machine Pro is more suitable for Asian players. The weight of the small hand size of about 270 grams does not weigh on the wrist. The rubberized grip is fully covered with laser-engraved Yulin anti-ring pattern. The shoulder dip and trigger are also covered with anti-slip patterns, which have good slip resistance. The action part is said to be formed by optical micromotion, very short. Compared with the conductive rubber buttons of the Spox Elite 2 generation, the trigger speed is also really fast. Many arrow keys have very little trigger force. With a crisp feel and slight mouse movements, some bottles are for everyone to listen to the sound. The shoulder line is a little more fleshy, and the force is more uniform in each position. The linear trigger of the double-cut trigger forms quite long. The damping rod is moderate, and the position angle of the back key is good. Very good. Press, but the cavity sound is a bit loud. In general, there is nothing wrong with the G7 Pro feel. It has a sense of volume and is comfortable to hold. The main one is labor-saving and quick triggering. Let's take a look at the Cake Network to test the algorithm. Tune the action keys. There is no string of strings and the combo is accurate. The long trigger supports 256G linear change, footprint change, and high accuracy. By default, there are 5% vacant seats before and after, reducing the risk of nothing. Let's look at it again. TMR has to catch up, and the factory comes with 10% of the center point to die. Zero death mode can be modified in the software. The outer ring element rate is a standard circular adjustment of 0.1%. Select the 1000 Hz limited and 2.4G receiver mode in the software. The joystick is easy and can be reduced to more than 1000 Hz. The resolution is around 1800. But in this gear, the native flight vibration mode will be turned off. It can be seen from the test that Xiaoji's joystick tuning is still very good. No death plus 1000 Hz return. Basically, it can hold all types of games. The TM2 joystick itself has its own high-precision anti-magnetism, interference, eliminate drift, and other advantages. I won't say more here. The software just mentioned is GamersNexus 2.0 on the PC side. You can download it directly from the Microsoft Store or the official website of the mini computer. There are so many functions in the software that the entire page can't be squeezed out. Vibration mode, return force trigger stick. Trouble me to adjust it. After turning on the somatosensory remodeling and other functions that are easy to use, save the configuration. Direct M plus ABX foreign key switching as well as upgrades. Firmware, light adjustment switches, Other functions, such as automatic start-stop, can be said that it is an ultra-luxury version of the Drive. G7 Pro support is limited. Lay a 2.4G 3-mode connection. Xbox must be limited. Let's play a few games. Get a feel for playing the Sniper Scope 50 at 0 death stick. Blessing the Sniper Scope. The fine-tuning accuracy is very high. It has been realized. The micro button in Zenless Zone 0 is triggered faster. Dodge and skill release are very silky, while other Xbox authorized controllers are still following the non-somatosensory group training. The G7 Pro can forcibly turn on the somatosensory through the driver. Gyroscope mapping, rough tracing, and somatosensory fine-tuning. I suddenly felt like I was okay again. Play with low-frequency lines. The 50 Banky motor simulates the damping swirl of the throttle. I synchronized the motor with the bumps on the shoulder, which was just the quartet. It directly pulls the immersion of the game to the end, and the controller is really straight. Is the internal hardware hard? Let's take a look at the disassembly. The action part is micromotion elastic wall silicone. The D-pad and small tip keys are micro-movement. The back key and large key are mechanically watched by 1200 mAh. The battery rocker is a small machine customized TMR joystick welding. On the PCB board, let's focus on the class motor to show you. The small motor is wrapped in a silicone-like cylinder on the outside. It can make the vibration evenly distributed and feel softer. I have to say, chickens and pigeons are really something. The overall workmanship is rigorous and neat. I can see it. The ambition of the grid is quite big, and the G7 Pro is coming for the Elite 2nd generation. And it's not just a flat mention, it really makes up for the part of Elite 2. Disadvantages such as joystick, drifting, and touchless functions such as a lifting rod. The pile is also quite ruthless. Can be said that in addition to the force adjustment of the joystick, the G7 Pro is equipped with almost all the functions of the Elite handle. At present, JD.com's initial preferential price is 469 yuan. It is the price of the Elite 2/3, and if you want to start a flagship, it is more cost-effective. Students with practical handles can focus on the following.